Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about creating your avatar, knowing exactly who your audience is in order to develop your marketing strategy, because at the end of the day, that is what's going to be the defining factor for the strategy that you create. Content, marketing, the social channels that you pick, all these different things play a role in who your audience is going to be. And you need to have that in your mind super clearly, or as clearly as possible, in order to make the moves towards developing marketing strategy. And that's something that we do at Create. Once we have a communication with a potential client or prospect, we need to understand who you are as a business, what your brand is, and what your message is, your brand, your vision, all these different things, but more importantly, who your target client is. So let's go briefly on, let's cover some things that you can use to really hone down on who your target customer is. And a lot of the times, if you watch some YouTube videos or if you look up some content online, people like to use the word avatar. And that's because you want to essentially put a face or even a name to that person. So oftentimes when a business starts and they start thinking about who they're going to be servicing or who they're going to be selling their products to, they think of their audience or their target client as a group of people. And that is okay, but it's even better to think of them as one individual. So the reason why you want to do that is because when you craft a message, when you create copywriting, or when you create just a story that you want to connect to with your audience, you want to be able to make it seem like you're talking to that one person directly. So oftentimes people put up an image in front of their office or their cubicle, whatever, their desk, and they put a name, they put exactly who that person is going to be. So one of the more popular things that I've seen is actually kind of cool, is people go through magazines or they go online and look for pictures, and they create almost like a storyboard. And a lot of people have created vision boards. If you're an entrepreneur or small business owner, maybe you have created a vision board. But people create like storyboards that capture who that person is that they want to craft a message to, create a marketing strategy for. So let's say, for example, if you are a real estate agent and you want to specifically niche down to luxury homes, who are you going to be targeting your content to? Who do you want to service? You're going to be servicing maybe an executive in a Fortune 500 company owning a Ferrari, a mansion, takes long weekend trips to Italy, to Europe. If you want to go super upscale, maybe has a private jet. All those different things, although maybe to you it kind of seems almost a little hilarious, all those things play a huge role in identifying exactly what kind of message, what kind of content you're going to be creating. For example, if you're going to be targeting that same person, that high-end luxury person, that executive that drives a Ferrari, you're not going to be creating content of wearing like hoodies, ripped jeans, and maybe skateboarding, because oftentimes, although that person may have some interest in it, that is not going to be the content that is going to be the most relatable to them. You should be instead talking about like business, maybe finance, or maybe golf, things that those high level executive people kind of relate to. So that's kind of the mentality that you want to have. And of course, when it comes down to like all those different things that I listed in creating a storyboard for that avatar, you want to go into as much detail as possible. And this is something that a lot of people kind of break down and have a little checklist of. Like, for example, what age is your target client going to be your avatar? Maybe their ethnicity, their nationality, demographics. Do they have children? Are they married? Are they single? All these different things, as trivial as it may sound, is extremely important, especially also if you're going to be running some PPC ads, whether that's Google ads, Facebook ads, or something like that. And all that stuff plays a huge role. If you want to think about it this way, there is a huge reason why these companies like Google, Facebook, they're billion and almost nearing trillion-dollar companies because of data. They get as much data as possible from each of its users, from us as individuals, because that information sells like hotcakes. It's insane. And people want to get as much data on their audience as possible, because the more they know, the better they're able to craft a message, build a marketing strategy, content strategy, everything. Because the more they know, the more targeted, laser focused their content is going to be. So you as a small business owner, you as an entrepreneur, whatever size your business is, you want to refine and define your avatar as much as possible. And especially if your business is scaling, maybe you're hopping from one niche to another, maybe you want to target a whole different community, and you want to be able to build this avatar for all the niches that your business has, especially also for small business owners that jump around from niche to niche when they're first starting off. It happens to the best of us. I know it has happened for us here at Create. We started off with one niche, we hopped into another niche, and sometimes that happens. But remember, you cannot stick with the same avatar, with the same profile of your target client if you're hopping from niche to niche. You want to be able to build it for each one, and especially if you're targeting a new audience in addition to the one that you had before, you want to build out an avatar for that as well. So just the idea, that's basically it. The whole premise of this video, this podcast, is that you want to be able to know exactly who your client is with as much information as possible. And if it helps you create almost like a vision board, a storyboard, you want to be able to visually see your audience, because at the end of the day, when you're creating like these videos, for example, or if you want to create some kind of content marketing strategy, some whatever else, you want to be able to focus it for that person specifically. You don't want to make the mistake of working long hours, putting a lot of time and energy into creating content for the wrong person, and for it to not to be relatable to the person you actually wanted to attract to your business. That will be a huge waste of your time, potentially even money, and it's something that we encourage you not to do. So if you want some more help with this kind of stuff, I know that it may seem daunting if it's like the first time you hear about it, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help you and answer any questions, lead you down, at least give you some guidance on that path to marketing for your business. We do have a free 30-minute consultation call that you can take advantage of. We'd be more than happy to speak with you and help guide you on this marketing journey for your business. So again, my name is Annabelle. Thank you so much for hopping into this video. Hope to see you soon. Make sure to subscribe and like. Thanks everyone.